Polo FM, do Bambarral para a região Oeste, 94.8 FM.
Estamos atentos às caminhadas quer de Futebol Clube Porto, quer de Sporting Clube de Braga, pelas contas da Liga Europa, e desde logo o Futebol Clube Porto que entra em campo no dia de amanhã. Hoje será na vez do Sporting Clube de Braga, mas no dia de amanhã temos também um encontro interessante para acompanhar aqui com relato na primeira Rádio Desporto a partir das 8 da noite, Red Bull Salzburg, o Futebol Clube do Porto. Vamos seguir atentamente essa conferência de imprensa de Diogo Costa, juntamente com Francesco Farioli, desde a Áustria, na Antevisão, esse Red Bull Salzburg. Futebol Clube Porto já com Diogo Costa a responder às questões da comunicação social. Vamos ouvir.
A questão de mudar o chip, como é que a equipa chega agora a este objetivo da época que é também a Liga Europa?
Sim e não. Acho que o chip é sempre o nosso esforço, o nosso trabalho, a nossa dedicação todos os dias. Obviamente muda um pouco como preparar o jogo, porque é outra cultura de futebol, são jogadores a nível europeu, então essa parte visual de estudo do adversário teremos de ter mais atenção e com isso tudo trazer a vitória.
RTP?
Tarde.
Em relação ao historial do Porto nesta competição, é muito respeitado e obviamente os austríacos reconhecem isso, venceram em 2013 a Taça UEFA, Liga Europa em 2011. Agora, novamente na Liga Europa, o Porto habituado à Liga dos Campeões muitos anos, assumem ou o Diogo consegue assumir o total favoritismo ou um dos favoritos que está ali entre os Big Five de vencedores desta prova. Agora que o procedimento começou, mas é a pergunta que se siga.
Sim, acho que da minha parte e da parte dos meus colegas não é algo que é falado, não é um tema de conversa. O que é tema de conversa é cada dia darmos o nosso melhor, treinar para que sejamos melhores no presente e no futuro, mas acho que temos que ver dia a dia e acima de tudo trabalhar bem para que esta fase boa, como disse, continue boa, porque essa é a parte mais difícil.
A bola? Olá, Diogo. Francisco Sérgio da Bola. Um dos temas relacionados com o Diogo que têm sido falados tem sido a eventual renovação de contrato. O Diogo, há cerca de um ano, julgo, disse algo como se tivesse de jogar sempre no Futebol Clube Porto até ao fim da carreira, era algo que faria de bom grado e com muita honra. Esse pensamento mantém-se, Diogo?
Sim, não escondo isso, é verdade que disse isso e é plena verdade que sim, seria o homem mais feliz do mundo. Obviamente que é algo que se tem falado, está a ser falado com as pessoas que also da coach, mas sim, está a ser falado e como todos sabem, o meu amor pelo clube já lá vão 15 anos nesta casa e acho que por si só já sabem o que é que podem esperar de mim e é isso, está a ser tratado e falado com as pessoas que se deve falar.
Aqui à frente.
Boa tarde, Diogo. André Gonçalves do Record. Vai defrontar amanhã, curiosamente, o Pedro Pereira, que trabalhou consigo vários anos na formação do Porto, é atualmente treinador do guarda-redes do Salzburgo. Como é que olha para esse reencontro? Eventualmente já trocaram alguma impressão, algum tipo de conversa mais particular que tenham tido a propósito deste reencontro?
Não, ainda não, mas é óbvio que será bom vê-lo. Foram muitos momentos que tive que aprender com ele, na altura estava-me a ensinar. Tenho imensas memórias boas do Pedro e acho não, irá ser sempre uma pessoa que irei levar para a vida e é isso, será muito bom estar novamente com ele.
Antena 1.
Viva, Diogo. Tivemos aqui ainda esta tarde o guarda-redes opositor, o Schlager, a tecer-lhe grandes elogios, colocando num pedestal onde nem todos os guarda-redes estão. O Diogo tem noção da importância que tem para inspirar outros guarda-redes neste posto específico, como é o caso do guarda-redes que amanhã vai ter pela frente?
Assim, eu tinha uma parte de noção que talvez essa inspiração ocorresse mais em jogadores mais novos e talvez em crianças e adolescentes que estão a iniciar a sua fase futebolística, mas de uma pessoa com 29 anos não espero muito. Obviamente, tal como disse ao Porto Canal, é óbvio que fico muito feliz e agradecido por essa admiração que têm por mim. E tal como disse, irá merecer uma troca de camisola porque é um momento muito bonito de ver.
Para fechar com o Diogo com o jogo.
Teve uma transformação tão profunda, saíram vários jogadores, entraram outros tantos. O Diogo, por ser um dos mais antigos, não só no plantel, mas também no clube, sente um pouco mais de responsabilidade deste ano no papel fora das quatro linhas, digamos assim?
Sim, eu acho que a responsabilidade faz sempre parte, sendo capitão ou não. Obviamente que sendo capitão tem um peso extra e cabe a mim sempre reintegrar os novos jogadores à nossa cultura, ao nosso ADN do Futebol Clube Porto, e acho que já me conhecem suficientemente bem para como eu sou e como este clube funciona, e espero que com isso a gente possamos ganhar, que é sempre o mais importante.
Ok, começamos as perguntas para o Mr. Farioli, Porto Canal.
Once again, Coach, good evening. Let me ask you about what challenges do you expect from this team of Salzburg in comparison with the teams that Porto already faced in the league?
There are some similarities for sure, or at least moments of the game that we already face. After going deep into Salzburg, it's clearly a team that has an identity that goes really deep inside. A team that loves to press really high on the pitch in a couple of different scenarios. A team that looks always for the verticality of the game. A lot of duels, a lot of moments, as we spoke before, of aerial and ground duels. So a game that presents some difficulties, some challenges. So there is a moment of the game where we have to be with them to fight in the field that they want, and moments where, of course, we will try to bring the game closer to what we want. So it's definitely a game with different scenarios, different moments, and we have to be really clever in managing these moments.
Sport TV.
Hi, Francesco again. Salzburg didn't win in the last 3 matches, and it seems like they are trying to change some things, especially on their defensive role. Can this create something more unexpected to you and to Porto, the way they are trying to change something to get again good results?
About the last results, I think in football moments not really positive are always behind the corner, so everything can turn very fast in a good way or in a different way. So this is not really something that has to make us more relaxed or something similar. No, let me say something that needs to make us even sharper, even more demanding with ourselves, even more on top of the small details. Okay, because what can happen and what should not happen is the fact that coming from a good series of the results, we can drop a bit our level, and this is, as we spoke already a lot of time after the league matches, this is what we are fighting for, and for sure tomorrow we will be ready for that. And in the other side, they will be even more aggressive. They will start really strong and really hard, and we have to be ready since the warm up, not even the first whistle.
Record.
Hi, Coach. André Gonçalves, Record. I think it's the first time you talk about Europa League this season. So, what do you think about the new challenges for Porto in this league phase? If Porto is really a candidate to win the competition, in your opinion?
So,
and I have a second question.
Let's go one by one. So about what you said, for us is very simple in the way that we have at the moment 2 books on the table. Now the book of the Europa League, of the league, is closed for a few hours, and now we have this book that has been open since 2-3 days with a lot of attention, with a lot of dedication, as I said, as Diogo mentioned before, working with the same level of details, with the same level of desire, mainly to make the first step in the right direction in this new competition. And after, again, the road, what we want is to definitely make this road as long as possible. I think there is a very nice image, that is the fact that being in Porto, we are in one side of the Europe, and Istanbul is in the other side, or is in the limit, in the opposite side. So if we take this in consideration, you know how many steps we have to do if we want to look for Istanbul.
Segunda pergunta.
Second question, please. I saw you may be concerned with the grass outside. You talked in Sport TV a few moments ago how it's the grass right now, and if it could be a concern for the team.
For me, this one is not an excuse. It's a fact. So we and them, we are going to play in a pitch that is not at all at the level of a European night for the football, but as well for the safety of the player. Because after, and this is what I mentioned in the previous interview, there are so many rules in football. We complain sometimes about the socks that are different color, or like these small details that are important, but definitely we cannot accept to have one of the main tools, that is the pitch, in this condition, especially for guys and athletes that are going to play 50 plus matches in the season, and this type of pitches doesn't help to play football, but especially expose them to a risk that I think is a bit unnecessary.
A bola?
Hi, Coach. Francisco from a bola. We've already, Porto has already played 6 matches this season in a high intensity and high intensity style, big pressure. Is it a possibility that you can change some of the players in the starting 11 in the Europa League, or is it something that you're not thinking about?
So, as I mentioned, we are going to approach every game like one by one. This is what we want, and this is how I usually operate. So we try to go with the best lineup possible to maximize the possibility to win the game, giving respect to the competition where we are in, and definitely the European nights are a privilege to be played. About the possibility to change something is not really something new for me, because I truly believe in the strength and in the power of the group. I think we had already some proof in the previous matches how the players that maybe didn't play for 1 or 2 matches, or that were not in the lineup, when it was the right moment, they step up, and they step up with a very good performances. And now we are going in a very tight period with a lot of matches, especially the next week. So we have to be ready for that, and now is a good moment, a good challenge for the group to prove what they are doing in the last 2 months. As Diogo said, we try to raise up the level of intensity in the training session, and now is the moment to transfer this one even more in the matches.
RTP?
I have 2 questions from the RTP. The first one is that since Porto visits Salzburg in the beginning of this competition, FC Porto won this competition in 2003, 2004.
Pergunta sobre as vezes que o Futebol Clube Porto veio à Áustria e ganhou a competição.
It's a coincidence. We will see in May if it was more than a coincidence. As always, there are data and information that are quite interesting. One of these I shared this morning with the players about the last 16 Europa League matches with just 2 away victories in the last 13 years. So it says that probably there is something that has to change in our mind, in our way of approaching this type of matches. And tomorrow is the first step in this direction. And after, for what you said, we will see in the future. Now let's really be focused in the step in front of us, that is a big club with a big tradition, and a club that deserves all of our respect and attention.
Uma última questão.
Maybe in FC Porto forever, it's a good notice for you.
I took the permission to step in to say that, of course, for me as a coach, Diogo knows, everybody knows, and I think you don't need to be. It's quite logical that when you have one of, let me say, in my opinion, one of the best three goalkeeper in the world in your team is something that is really. It's a privilege for the technical, from the technical point of view, but also for the role that Diogo has in the group, in the club. His way of wearing the armband, that is really remarkable, is an example in everything that he does, and these are not just words to make a present, but it is because he's really a guy that is really special. And I wish that the president will make a good negotiation and the length of the contract really long.
Mr. Farioli, Fernando Eurico, Antena 1. Let me ask you this. How important is for you as a coach to be near to equal history in the club with the 6 wins, only 1 goal conceded, and an attractive football? All the fans are crazy about this FC Porto in this season. For you, is important to make history?
For us, it's important to make the present, and the results and the good vibes that are around the city, in the supporters, is something that we have to try to alimentate with our work, with our desire, with our passion, and I think with them we are really lucky, because when we give one, they give us back 2 all the time with their support. And about the good start that we had in the season, results were good, performances okay, but trust me that there is a lot of work that needs to be done. Myself, the technical staff, the players as well, they are really aware of this one, because if we want to keep growing and keep moving forward, our level needs to go up, and in the game I have still the feeling that the consistency is not there for the 90 minutes. If you take Rio Ave, we had very good moments, very, very good, but also we have some moments of blackout that we cannot really consider, especially when the level of competition goes up, and tomorrow definitely the level will be high, and we should not fall in this type of own trap.
Ana, o jogo para fechar?
How is Martin, Alan Varela and Alberto?
Yeah, good news. Everybody is on the way to be back. Of course, a part of Luke and Juan that they are going to have, unfortunately, more weeks ahead before to be back with the team. Alberto just started a few days ago. Is doing really, really good, but still we have to consider if tomorrow will be part of the game, yes or not. For Martin and Alan, things are going better. Of course, we are monitoring with the medical staff and the performance staff the evolution of the things, considering, of course, the game of tomorrow, but as well the bigger picture. We will use all the minutes possible to make them ready and to try to take the best decision possible.
Para fechar?
Thinking about the Rio, for example, and the set pieces, and thinking about the very tight schedule that the team is facing this week and from the next week, how much do you feel the need to reinvent the team already and to create new dynamics to try to make a surprise for the opponents at every match?
There is a part that is about try to add in every match to something new, or let's say a small adaptation, but the other part is about getting better in what we are trying to do. And of course, all the matches are already leading us to different scenarios, a different way of building up, different way of pressing. Let's say the main principles are always there, but after all the matches are already leading us to the opportunity to explore the book or the things that we are doing since the beginning of the season. And yeah, it's about keep moving forward. The part that is I'm really grateful is in the fact that I have a group that is very receptive and give us the opportunity also to explore and to add things even in a very tight schedule.
Obrigado a todos, até amanhã.
Thank you.
E está assim fechada nessa conferência de imprensa de Francesco Farioli, juntamente com Diogo Costa, foi o capitão do Futebol Clube Porto a estar ao lado do técnico italiano a fazer antevisão a esta partida que coloca frente a frente Red Bull Salzburg e Futebol Clube Porto. Uma partida que vamos acompanhar no dia de amanhã, na quinta-feira, pelas 8 da noite, hoje também pelas 8 da noite. E já de seguida vamos acompanhar nesse primeiro embate da fase de Liga da Liga Europa entre Sporting Clube de Braga e Feyenoord, um encontro para acompanhar já daqui a poucos instantes.
Do que é
A primeira rádio do desporto.